What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. It is episode 14 for the Japanese Grand Prix. So, last time out, it was the Russian Grand Prix in the rain, and we had ourselves a really good finish, a surprising finish. If you missed that episode, I recommend you go back and give that one a watch before you watch this one. I'll put a link to that in the top right-hand corner of your screen. At the end of that episode, I told you I didn't have a very good feeling about our next race at Singapore, and that if we finished in the points, I'd buy everybody lunch. Now, you may have noticed I said at the start of this episode, it was the Japanese Grand Prix, not the Singapore Grand Prix. And here's why. I already ran the Singapore Grand Prix and lost all the footage because of a power outage. It was like 1 in the morning. I had finished the race, was doing this screen thing, and my power went out. The issue is, not only did I lose all the footage for that race, I couldn't rerun the race because it was already done. And it's really a shame because it was an awesome Singapore Grand Prix. My least favorite of the whole year. And I owe everybody lunch because we finished 5th. It was unbelievable. Charles Leclerc ended up winning the race, holding off Lewis Hamilton after a late safety car. But we finished 5th in the Singapore Grand Prix, so I owe everybody lunch. So put your lunch order down in the comment section below. I'll make sure to get you hooked up. But it was a great finish for our team. The car was absolutely outstanding. I was so surprised. And I think that Singapore is one of those tracks that really benefited from the changes they made to this year's game with how the curbs react with this car. It was such a different experience than last year's game. I really enjoyed it. And now, Singapore, one of my favorite tracks to drive on. So in today's episode, we got a few things to get taken care of. And you see it right here on the screen. We've got a sponsorship renewal. Salve's contract has expired. I think our other sponsor's contract is going to expire after this race. So we got to figure out what we're going to do with Salve. Let's sit down and talk with them. Let's do business, shall we? We re-signed Salve. They're back for another 49 days. And yeah, UTERP will expire after this next race. And I imagine that we'll bring them back because they're tied to rivalries. And that seems to be a pretty easy thing for us to do right now. The car's in a really good spot. I've been outperforming Charles Leclerc every time, except for Singapore because he won. But, you know, I like this challenge. It's a good challenge, and it should keep me pushing pretty hard. So we brought Salve back. Welcome back to them. UTERP, maybe we'll bring back. I might have to look and see if somebody else has a better offer. We are riding a really good streak of momentum here, going all the way back to the Belgian Grand Prix. 5 straight finishes in the points. And there you see that 5th place finish in Singapore. Charles got the win. It was a crazy race, but it was a lot of fun. And Jack finished in the points as well. I forgot to mention that. You see Jack P10 at Singapore, so it was our first double points finish of the season. First points of the season for Jack. Our car was really well suited for that. And it makes me excited for Japan because I think that our car is going to be really well suited for this track as well. We'll see once we get out there. I like Suzuka, but a good string of finishes here for us. We're really doing well. I'm surprised at how well we're performing. I think we're outperforming even my expectations, but I'll take it for right now. Not bad at all. The car is where it is. We've been fortunate with upgrades not failing, so I don't want to say that we're progressing faster than we should. We've just been lucky with our upgrades, and that's helped the car do better. But Suzuka is a track that typically favors the AI, and we'll see how we do out there. But that's the way things go right now. We've got a couple things in the works, a major powertrain, a major chassis, and a minor durability. Those won't come in until before COTA next time out, I think. So the car's coming along, but we're a midfield car, and that's okay. Coming into Suzuka, here's a look at the point standings. Hamilton on top of Bottas. Verstappen, Norris, Ricciardo the top 5. That fight in the top 5 is really close. 20 points between Verstappen and Norris. Norris 1 point ahead of Ricciardo, who's only 6 points ahead of Perez. Really good stuff there. Alonso, Leclerc, Vettel, and Yuki round out the top 10. Gasly, we're 12th. ahead of Sainz, Stroll, Ocon, and then Jack finally 1 point to his name there in 16th. And on the constructor side, Mercedes almost a 100-point lead now over Red Bull. But Red Bull's got their hands full with McLaren, AlphaTauri, Ferrari, Alpine, Aston Martin, and we're right there in 8th with 45 points. At this particular part of the season, with not many races left, I like our chances of finishing in 8th. I don't think we're going to get the guys ahead of us unless something dramatic happens, but no points for Alfa Romeo, Haas, or Williams at this point has me feeling pretty confident we're going to finish 8th in the Constructors, and that's pretty awesome.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. Been ideal in qualifying. What's your take on it?
It's wet. This level, you have to be able to perform in all weather conditions, but I certainly didn't do that today.
Your qualifying pace didn't put you at the front of the grid.
Very observational, as always, Claire. Thank you. Will this be a problem tomorrow? Well, it won't be a benefit. I'll tell you that much right now. Jesus. You know, no comment, Claire. No comment.
Are you happy with your performance today?
No. I mean, I qualified towards the back of the grid. My teammate made it into Q2. Why? What? In what timeline would I be happy with my performance today where I didn't make it out of Q1? What? Of the pantheon of dumbass questions you could have asked me, that's got to be right at the top. More than happy. Everything went my way. Yeah.
Is there anything that you think gave you the edge over your rivals?
It gave me the edge over my rivals. I didn't outperform my rivals. Claire? Oh, my lord. I'm definitely the power unit. It's a beast.
Appreciate your time.
Uh-huh.
We come to you live today from the Mie Prefecture in the south of Japan's Honshu Island for a race that has seen many title deciders over the years. Some simple, some controversial, but all contributing to a legacy that makes the Japanese Grand Prix an indispensable stop in any Formula One season. 18 corners make up a lap of the incredible figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit, with 10 to the right and 8 to the left, for a distance of 3.6 miles. Average lap speeds around here are fairly quick. If it stays dry, then expect somewhere in the region of 136 miles per hour. Anthony Davidson, a lot of talented drivers out on the track today, but what will stand out for you?
Well, Crofty, my focus is 100% on the front of the grid. Like you said, we're seeing lots of strong competition across those positions, so it would be super interesting to see the fight for that front spot. Personally speaking, I'm hoping for plenty of overtakes.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Perez, Lance Stroll and Ricciardo, Leclerc, Raikkonen, Sainz and Mick Schumacher, Giovinazzi, Verstappen, Joker, they've taken a grid penalty, and Fernando Alonso. Mazepin, Gasly, Sebastian Vettel, and Yuki Tsunoda. Russell, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Latifi, Ocon, and Jack Aitken.
Oh, brother.
These talented drivers will come out on top today.
Well, welcome to the grid here in Suzuka. As you saw, qualifying was a struggle in the rain. Just didn't do a very good job. Was way off the pace. And I forgot to swap out my components because I practiced with worn out engine components. Forgot to swap back to the fresh components. So we're starting in the very back because we got grid penalties. And we're back here with our teammates. And we sort of broke the grid. Neat. As far as our strategy, it's going to be pretty simplistic. One stopper, mediums to softs. Get on the best tire at the end of the race. We're going to have some cloud cover at the end of this thing, so that should help the lifespan of the soft tires. But, yeah, nothing fancy. One stopper. Yeah, we got free choice of tire. Might as well start on the mediums. Back of the grid for the Japanese Grand Prix. Let's do this thing. Everybody gets a much better getaway on soft tires. No surprise there. 3 wide ahead of me. Oh, my goodness. Where are we going, Jack? Nowhere. We're not going anywhere. Traffic jam here through the S's. All right, Jack got a whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing? What are we doing? What was that? I don't know. They all just stopped. We're in 12th. Okay. I don't know what that was in the S's, but they all just stopped. It looks like a very slow Alfa Romeo at the back of the field. Might have been the issue there. I don't know what happened. Well, that sees us up into 12th. Big gap to the cars in front of us, but oh my goodness. What a crazy start to this one. I am shocked. I mean, we're losing a lot of time to the cars in front of us, and I'm holding up this line behind us, but I don't really care. I don't care. I'll take it. Whatever it was, I'll take it. Verstappen with DRS, gonna get us. Okay, he's got soft tires as well, so that's fine. We weren't gonna hold him off forever, I don't think. Vettel, I don't think we're gonna be able to hold off either. He's on the soft tires. Verstappen's gone. We're just not that fast. We're just not that fast. Go on. No sense in really, I mean, fighting him at this point. We're on different strategies. He's on the softer compounded tire. You know, it is what it is. We're lucky enough that we made up a whole bunch of spots on that opening lap, whatever the hell that was. But for now, we just got to sort of take our medicine and ride where we need to ride.
The car ahead is a second a lap faster than you.
That's because he's on soft tires, Jeff. Thank you. See Mick Schumacher up here. He's in 12th. Verstappen got around him. Vettel's going to make a move on him here. Oh, boy. Interesting place to do that. Side by side through the final chicane. Oh, my God. Oh, they touch wheels. That's going to give us an opportunity here.
At the moment, the car
Oh, boy.
is faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
Oh, what a move. Oh, thank you, Mick. Ha! That honestly couldn't have worked out any better if I had planned it. Schumacher really set a great pick on us with Vettel, and we got the old 2-for-1. And now he's going to keep holding them up as I miss this chicane. Good stuff. And they're out of DRS range, so we're content just to carry on here in 12th. Not bad, not bad. We got some takers to the lane. The soft tire runners, a lot of them pitting. Your leaders are pitting. Many of them are pitting. I think I saw Hamilton going to hard tires from the mediums that he started on, or the softs that he started on. I just don't like the hard tires. Jack's in the pits, getting his stop done. He started on the softs. We're going to run as long as we can on these mediums.
Jack is coming in for his stop. The gap to the car ahead is
Uh-oh.
3.6 seconds.
Oh, that's Lewis Hamilton. Oh! Championship implications. Lewis Hamilton up in a cloud of smoke on lap 10. That's big. No safety car. I think the soft tires finally hit their crossover point. Vettel's struggling to hang with me. We're catching Raikkonen. And we're 5th right now. Not bad. Hey, Kimmy. Bye, Kimmy. Caution. Now what?
Green flag.
Where'd Kimmy go? What happened to Kimmy? Oh, no. Did he spin? I'm pretty sure Kimmy just spun in the S's. Oh, no. Oh, man. Easy to do. Easy to do. Well, that puts us up to third. We're going to keep running on these mediums. Top two on hards, they're going to stay out for a while as well, I bet. Taking a look at the race director, I'm the only car that hasn't stopped yet. Everybody else has made their pit stop. So this is actually kind of fascinating right now. Everybody else has stopped, and they're on fresher tires. So there's two in front of us. They're on fresh rubber. Stroll behind me on fresh rubber. Everybody on fresh tires. So they're taking the hards to the end in front of me. Interesting. Strategy. Easy does it. Here we go. All right, boys. Big time pit stop right here. Let's go on to the soft tires. We're going to have to drive our ass off. Here we go. 2 seconds. Very nice. Very nice, boys. That's what we needed. That's what we needed.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
We come out 12th. Right where we were before. We've got 1 second up the road to Gasly, 4 seconds up the road to Vettel. We're on fresh softs. We're going to have to fly if we're going to get some points out of this Japanese Grand Prix. Got about 8 laps to go to do it. I think we can do it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Keep it up there, pal. Oh, Gasly just blew up right in front of us. Wow. Jeez.
Okay, clear.
Well, that'll get your attention. Wow. Now we need to get Vettel for 1 point. Can we get there? Damn, Bottas just keeps putting down faster lap and faster lap. Jeez almighty. Okay, we get it. You're fast. Thank you. Well, we're not catching Vettel. This car is just not good enough. Even on soft tires, just not good enough. It's pretty good in sectors 2 and 3, but it's crap in sector 1. It's just not good. And it looks like we're going to come up 1 spot short on points. That's going to break our streak of points finishes, but that's okay. Weird race. Weird race today. Yeah, Bottas gets the win. Started throwing down heaters at the end of the race. He and Lando were trading fast lap after fast lap. Pretty nuts to see lap after lap that just kept going faster, and I'm sitting here struggling. We got a long way to go still on this car. Long way to go. But starting last, goofy stuff on the first lap. We avoided it, executed our strategy. We're just going to miss out on points. It's tough, but could have been a lot worse today. Oh well, P11 at Suzuka. We'll bring back a better piece next time.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Yep, we'll see you there, Jeff. Oh well, driver of the day. Hey-oh.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight.
Oh, it's a double podium for McLaren.
And they certainly deserve
Ah,
it.
that's bad news for Red Bull. That is very bad news for Red Bull. McLaren probably takes over second in the constructors now. Hamilton with a DNF allows Bottas to close in on him. Wow. A lot of storylines coming out of this one. So I'm back to find whatever happened on lap 1. This is Antonio Giovinazzi battling with Mick Schumacher through the S's. They go side by side, and then Giovinazzi just spins, gets up on the curbs, and does this lazy half spin in front of the field. You see everybody gets stacked up right there. Everybody gets stacked up as he spins. And here comes a pink car. That's me, passing everybody through the grass. I'm surprised I didn't get an illegal overtake, actually, on the Red Bull there. I'm surprised that didn't give me an illegal overtake, but yeah, that was the lap 1 deal. Giovinazzi just looping it. His teammate looped it in the same spot later in the race. Crazy. Look at the finishing results then for the Japanese Grand Prix. Valtteri Bottas gets the win by 10 seconds over Lando Norris. He also gets the fastest lap of the race, so get that bonus point. McLaren with the double podium. Norris, Ricciardo, Stroll. Strong run in the Aston Martin in 4th. Sergio Perez in 5th. Ferrari takes 6th and 7th with Sainz and Leclerc. Alonso 8th, up from the 13th starting spot. Verstappen 9th, and Sebastian Vettel goes 16th to 10th to score the final point. We couldn't track him down, but it's a hell of a drive for us from last on the grid up to 11th, just missing out on the points. Ocon had an issue late in the race, didn't get pressured from him. Tsunoda, Schumacher, Giovinazzi, who spun out on lap 1, recovers to 15th. Kimi also spun. He finished 16th. Jack, not a very good race, but gets a few spots, finishes 17th. Mazepin, Latifi, Russell. Gasly blew up right in front of us, DNF'd. And Lewis Hamilton, the big championship implications there. He blew up early and finishes last.
Our income's solid at the moment. We should start considering where we can look to invest the profits we're making back into the team.
Yeah, I got to think about that. We got $2 million, but end of the season coming up, we're going to need to start thinking about how we're going to spend that. We're going to get a good bonus at the end of the year, especially if we finish 8th in the constructors. And that's going to allow us to start developing Tier 2 or Spec 2, whatever the hell it's called, on our facilities, so we can start doing more to our car. But at this point, I'm kind of in money conservation mode. There really isn't anything that I need to buy. Maybe. Oh, we got a marketing department event. Let's take a look at it.
We need your input on how to address an issue concerning our driver.
All right. Our marketing department have come up with a plan to use Jack Aiken to help launch a new range of team merchandise. Cool. I like that. This will net us some good income, but will leave the driver less time to prepare for the next race. What should we do? So if we launch with, we get 50 grand and he loses 5 pace. If we go without, we get 20 grand and he gains 5 pace. Well, that doesn't seem like... That seems a little silly, doesn't it? Why would I lose him 5 pace? I'll take $30 less $1,000, but it's still 20 more than I have. And he gains 5 pace? Yeah. Sorry. Merchandise line's going to have to hold until you start getting points more consistently, Jack. And as expected at the start of the episode, we got to deal with UTERP for our sponsorship with them. We didn't get any sponsor money at the end of Suzuka because we didn't out-qualify or beat our rival, Charles Leclerc. That rivalry is coming close to being over. Let's take a look at that real quick. We're on the precipice of winning this rivalry, which is a bit of a surprise. It's pretty close, but we might be able to lock this thing down in the next race at Coda. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. This has been a good rivalry, but do we want to keep on with the rivalry thing? I don't know. Maybe. Well, I went a different direction. You know, I kind of overlooked this one, and I feel kind of silly about that, but we signed Distort to the team. All we got to do is complete all practice programs in a weekend. I do that every weekend. Easily. And so that's guaranteed gold money. The weekly income isn't great, but we know we're going to get that goal income every week, so that helps a lot. welcome to the team, Distort. Well, the point standings took a big turn after the Japanese Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton's lead is only 20 points now over his teammate after that DNF and Bottas with the win. Verstappen, Norris, Ricciardo separated by 8 points from 3rd to 5th. Perez not too far out in 6th. Then we got Alonso, Leclerc, Vettel, Tsunoda, Gasly. We're 12th, 4 points ahead of Sainz. Stroll, Ocon, and Jack there in 16th with 1 point. On the constructors side, we have a new player in P2. McLaren with that double podium overtakes Red Bull. Wow, that is incredible. Huge for the orange team. AlphaTauri and Ferrari separated by 5 points for 4th. Aston Martin, Alpine are tied for 6th, and we're down there in 8th. This Constructors' Championship is absolutely wild. With what, 5 races left in the season? This thing is far from over. Well, that'll do it for today's episode. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here in Season 1. 5 races left. Up next, our home Grand Prix for the U.S. Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas. This car is going to have to find a little bit more performance than what we had in Japan. It just was not good enough. We might have hit that point where other teams are going to outdevelop us because we're limited by our Spec 1 facilities, and we just can't do very many more upgrades to this car. So, sort of like I predicted a few weeks ago, we might have peaked a little bit early in the season, and now the other teams are going to start to pull away as we get down to the end of this one. But we'll see. We got to find something. What we did in Japan just was not good enough. We got to find more performance, or this could be a rough end to Season 1. But I hope you're excited about this. Again, my apologies for the long wait before the upload for this episode. Got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm committed to pumping out these episodes as frequently as I can. So stick with me. I appreciate your patience, and I hope you're excited for future episodes of the series. I know I am. If you enjoyed today's episode, let me know by leaving a thumbs up on the video, a comment down below. Give me your thoughts on the Japanese Grand Prix, and what do you think we're going to do next time out for our home race out there at COTA? I'm looking forward to it. We'll get to work on this car, and we will see you in the next episode for the U.S. Grand Prix.